Hello guys, so this is, I guess it could be called lesson 5, but that's a little bit misleading since this isn't actually a continuation of our first charger housing design. So go ahead and save that locally, not to our FTC folder, and go ahead and you can open up a new design. But we aren't going to do anything with this yet because we're going to install something from GoBuilda's website. So I'm actually going to head over to GoBuilda and I'm going to navigate myself to pattern plates, and I'm going to click on one of these. So let's say we wanted to use this in a design, which in this case we do. All we have to go is to the descriptions, downloads, and left click on this, and we'll have an option of where we can download this, yet it is unfortunately not visible in the recording software I'm using. And then you can hit save, but I've already done this, so I'm going to hit cancel. And then by navigating back over to Fusion360, I can import it by drag and dropping. So even though you guys won't be able to see this, I'm going to open this up in another tab because I have a dual monitor setup, and I'm going to hit upload on Fusion360, and you see where it says the drag and drop option. I'm simply going to drag and drop my step file here. So then I can actually drag more in, and since I'm going to be using two different files, both from GoBuilda's website, downloaded in the same exact way, I will hit upload. I will close it down, and I will, in my untitled folder, save it. Because if you don't save it, you can't insert components. So I'm going to actually hit Control S. And I'm going to name this, let's make our charger housing component. So now, because I have saved this, I can drag and drop these in here. So I'm going to drag my short plate in, which might take a second. And once it is in here, you'll notice that I can actually move this around to wherever I want it to be. So in my case, I'm going to move it to the origin by dragging this so the center is roughly at the origin. And ultimately this doesn't matter too much because we can all the components are going to be assembled later. And then I'm going to do the same for the long plate right here. And it will be in here. And now I'll drag this somewhere, maybe above it. I'll click OK again. And now I can show how these are going to be assembled together. So to start, I'm going to ground this short plate right here by right-clicking and clicking ground. So now you'll see I can't drag this around. I'm left-clicking and I can't drag it. But this one I can. So I'm able to drag this one around, but not this one. So now I can apply a joint between these two plates. And this one won't move, but this one will be able to move if we were to choose a joint type such as that. So to begin this, I will go up to Assemble and I will hit New Joint, Capture Position, which basically is it'll save the current position of all the objects so that in your timeline it will work correctly. And then I'm going to select this right here and this right here. So you see this little animation that hopefully will show how they will be assembled, how they'll snap together. Now I can drag this, change the rotation, and actually I can even drag this, but this is somewhat, counterproductive almost, because the reason we're even using the offset in a lot of cases is to align them properly. So now what I can do is the joint has already exited, but I can change the type of joint that we're using by going to the Motion tab. So if I select Revolute, you'll see that it starts rotating around. And the little animation thing. I'm just going to hit OK. And now you're going to see I can actually move this as if it had like a bolt in it at this location right here. And this is very powerful and quite useful for a lot of the things that we do. After all, our robot does have a lot of moving parts. So this will probably be the single most useful thing that you guys will practice here. So make sure that you guys are comfortable with it. I'm sorry for the longer video, but this is an extremely important topic, and if you only were going to learn one thing from this entire course, it should be how to do this. because this is our primary method of operation in the FTC team.